Get live reports from the sidelines throughout our game. Follow Aaron Dugan on Twitter at AaronFox56.
Marywood University has lost 4 straight games for the first time this season. The Pacers, however, are still in the playoff hunt with a young team.
I think what's happening right now is that we're just tired, a little bit of fatigue setting in, physical and mental. And, we just got to get past that. And how do you get past that? Well, you just got to come every day and do it. And that'll make us better for the future. And that's what we're planning and building for.
Keystone College is also talking playoffs. The Giants, who lost a wild one to Marywood 4 weeks ago, can pile up the points if needed.
If we're playing at our speed, some teams have trouble, keeping up with us, and, they try to slow it down a little bit where we want to speed the game up. So, we're just trying to do the best we can to speed the game up.
It's a Colonial State Athletic Conference showdown. Marywood and Keystone. Next.
He looks like he's already got his play called, and they're not going to call timeout. They're going to let him go at it.
10 seconds. Pick play. Got it!
Fox 56 Sports presents the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
Inside the Gamble Athletic Center on the campus of Keystone College, the gym will be rocking as both teams are talking playoffs. As we take a look at the current CSAC standings, 5 of 6 teams are already in. It comes down to tonight's final regular season game. It could be Immaculata, Keystone, or Marywood. If Keystone wins, they're in. If Marywood wins and Immaculata loses, they'll get the 6th spot. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob I, joined tonight courtside by my partner, Doug Walsh, former assistant coach here at Keystone College. And Doug, let's talk about the Pacers first. They've lost 4 straight, looking very tired, but one guy who's playing well off the bench is Connor Calais.
Yeah, Bob, Connor Calais, freshman out of Holy Cross, had 23 points the other night in 25 minutes. He's second on the team in minutes played. He banged down 4 threes the other night against Centenary, kept him in the ballgame.
Keystone, meanwhile, he's their emotional leader. He's the team scoring leader. It's Duncan Lunsford.
Duncan Lunsford, senior out of Marietta, Georgia. Plays defense real well, drives it to the basket real well. First team all-conference as a sophomore and a junior. He's putting up numbers to do the same thing this year.
There's a lot on the line tonight, Doug, as we know. So what are the keys to the game? First for the Pacers from Marywood.
For Marywood, they're going to have to defensive rebound. They had a huge advantage last time. Secondly, they're going to continue their unselfish play. 8 players average over 20 minutes. 8 players have been leading scorer in the ball games all year long, and they have to balance the post game with the three-point game. Now for Keystone, on the other side, they're going to have to defend the pick and roll. Marywood killed them with it last time in the first downing. They're going to have to knock down threes. It sounds like a cliche, but they're going to shoot 30 of them. You're going to have to make 12 or 15 of them. And the last thing Coach Cooper's looking for is constant effort by his players at both ends of the floor.
The last time these two teams met, January 21st, it was an up-and-down game. Keystone came back from a 23-point deficit, but it was Marywood who pulled out the victory. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
Back inside the Gamble Athletic Center at Keystone College, awaiting tonight's CSAC game. Last regular season game for both teams. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Pacers of Marywood, who come in at 13-11, 8-9 in conference play. It looks like this: Kelleher, Barr, Velasquez, Tinto, and Ringland. So 2 freshmen in the lineup for Bob Simon Simmons' team. For Keystone College, who comes in 9-15 overall, Canamaris, Dargan, Kelly, Lunsford, and Roberts Thomas will get the start. So a very senior-laden team. Doug Walsh against a young team from Marywood.
Yeah, you'll see if the experience takes its toll. That'll be the telling point right off the bat.
Referees tonight: Christopher DeFelice, Jim Miller, and Jim McMahon.
Keystone man to start.
Kelleher blocked outright by Kelly off the screen and roll. Keystone will run all night long, Doug. Run them off the court if they have to.
Yeah, they'll push the ball up in a lot of time in transition. They'll shoot threes out of that too. They want to force the tempo.
This is Dan Canamaris, the senior out of New York.
Kelleher guarding him is the best shooter on the team. You'd figure Kelleher, the best defender, would take him.
Kelly is a lefty. He can shoot the three from out there, shooting 40%. Lunsford will take it to the hole. Throws one up at the buzzer, and we'll have a shot clock violation.
But first two possessions, a block down at this end of Keystone and a 35-second violation down at Marywood's end. Both teams will play man-to-man defense. Both teams mirror each other. They'll shoot a lot of threes. Keystone will shoot more threes than Marywood will, but they'll both play man-to-man. They'll both press 1-2, 1-1.
Turnover. Ringland couldn't make the pass. There's Brad Cooper, second season here at Keystone College, 20 and 30 overall.
Like to run the high pick and rolls, Marywood does. Ringland just threw it away.
Little floater inside. No good by Dargan. Marywood will run with them if they have to.
High screen and roll.
Ringland
missed Ringland down low.
Yeah, Ringland was open. Barr missed him, and he was wide open. He'll talk about that. So it will be Pacer ball underneath the basket.
Keystone will play man-to-man versus the out-of-bounds under. Dangerous. There's the high screen and roll again. Again, Ringland was open. I think they just didn't get it to him.
Barr the fake. First three of the game goes to the freshman, Alex Barr. His 35th on the year. Early lead for the Pacers.
Alex Barr, strong, good size for a point guard.
Marywood going to run. Kelleher using the glass.
Yeah, they'll pick their spots, Marywood. They can always run off your defense and your defensive rebounding. Good start for Marywood.
Lunsford downtown, and he hits a big three. We're tied up, so Duncan Lunsford, who averages 18 a game, that's his 48th three on the year. He's shot, Doug, 137. As a team, Keystone can light it up from the threes. They've shot 248. That is first in the CSAC in attempts.
The last three games, Bob, they've shot 30 plus, so I would expect nothing different at their home floor.
Keystone running. Canamaris. Kelleher didn't want to get a foul into the Tinto, so tied up at 5.
Both teams running off their good defense.
And our first foul of the game is going to go against the Giants, and that will be Miles Dargan, his first, and team's first overall. Pace, Doug, pretty much what we expected.
Yeah, it's going to be. This is going to be up and down. I don't know who it favors more. I think it probably favors Keystone a little bit more, but Marywood can certainly play that game too. Marywood's big people handle the ball out on top well, Bob, for a D3 team.
Barr again. Run down by Kelly. Quick turnover. Marywood right there will foul, and we'll have 2 shots for Barr.
Good defense by Ringland. Came up with the steal. Found Barr. Barr going strong. Yeah, he might have been moving there. I think that's a block.
So two fouls on Keystone. First on Canamaris.
Alex Barr asserting himself early. A three-pointer and a good drive to the basket.
He has 4 of the 6 points so far. But when we saw Marywood back at the coaches' challenge, the cross-county challenge in January, Barr was just coming on strong there. Connor Calais was a little bit behind him, so Barr's right there. But then Calais lately has just been on fire. We'll see him shortly, I'm sure.
Barr was bothered by a little bit of an injury early on, too.
Ringland, a big block, goes out of bounds, and that is 44 for the 6'8 freshman. That is first in the league.
Well, he does a lot of things well, Bob. He plays defense well. He blocks shots. He runs the pick and roll. He can shoot threes.
Well, what happened to Keystone last time? Why did they get down 23 the last time these two teams met?
They could not defend the pick and roll. At that time, Mike Rotel was playing, and they could not defend the pick and roll. They got a 17-point lead midway through almost at the end of the first half. Constant pick and rolls on the wing, and they had it twice so far here, but they just missed Ringland. I expect them to run a lot of them tonight.
Well, here is Canamaris. He's a senior out of Holbrook, New York. Shoots 77% from the line. He's an all-academic CSAC player and a former Rookie of the Year.
Surprising. I left that one way short.
Who's the pressure on tonight, Doug? Both teams need to win, so where does that pressure go?
I think the pressure's more on Keystone. First of all, they're home. Second of all, they're supposed to win. They're senior laden. They have more upperclassmen. Marywood's an up-and-comer. They're not there yet, so they have nothing to lose. I think the pressure lies with Keystone more than Marywood.
Keller from downtown. Big three, Shane Kelleher. 55th on the year for him.
Marywood off to a real good start here on the road.
Try to match it, and here comes the Pacers.
That's who you want to shoot the ball. Duncan Lunsford, senior out of Marietta, Georgia.
So with 15:34 in the first half, our first timeout is on the floor. 3-point lead for the visitors from Marywood.
Yeah, Kelleher sending it down. Barr looking to set something up. They go on the high screen and roll. Find Vasquez in the corner. Open jumper for Kelleher. Nothing but net.
So an early 9-6 lead for Marywood, shooting 60% from the floor, Doug. And we talked about if Keystone got off to a quicker start, what it would do for Marywood. Now, how about the opposite side? How about the Giants playing catch-up?
Yeah, the pressure is on Keystone. Marywood off to a real good start here. The longer Marywood applies the pressure, the more nervous Keystone may get.
Number one, Tariq Peoples into the game for Keystone. Cameron Dean, another freshman, replaces Ringland for the Pacers.
Yeah, they have to establish their size, Marywood.
Canamaris is spinning in. He gets another basket.
Gets you into your 1-2-1-1 press.
5 for Canamaris, and we're 1-point lead for the Pacers.
More of a tempo control. They'll fall back into their man-to-man now.
Back out to Kelleher. There's the screen.
They're going to try to establish the post game with Dean, Ringland.
Nice job from Roberts-Thomas. Got a piece of that one from Dean.
Good defender down low, Roberts-Thomas.
He's only played in 15 games this year. He was been injured, and Keystone's been a different team since he's come in.
He's getting a lot more minutes as he gets healthier.
Long-range Dargan. And Dean right there. Keystone's not going to wow you with the rebounds, just 32 per game. Marywood 34 a game. They're +2 in that, an advantage in that aspect.
And the last time these two teams played, Marywood had a big advantage on rebounding. That's why they won the ball game.
Pacers 4th in the league in scoring, 73.4 points per game. And Kelleher lost it out of bounds. So here comes Connor Calais out of Holy Cross. Talked about him, 23 last time against Centenary, and also checking in for Marywood, Shane Lethan, a junior out of Delaware.
Yeah, Bob, Connor Calais. The game's a little different on the college level. People are stronger, people are quicker. Yeah, he's adjusted pretty well to that in the last 2 months. He was a little, Coach Simmons was a little upset with him with his turnovers early on, but he's straightened that out, and he can score. He's a good scorer, he's a good shooter. Shoots a real good percentage from the field as well as three.
Lunsford, a little step called, and it will be knocked out of bounds off of the Giants' legs.
Yeah, Roberts-Thomas was a little too deep to receive that pass. Dargan should have probably, Duncan Lunsford should have shot it.
Keystone playing well of late. A win the other night against Baptist Bible, 95-66. They give up on the season, 82 points per game. But like I said, though, they're playing better in the second half than they did in the first.
Well, they shoot early in the shot clock, so there's going to be more possessions for the opposing team. The score will be a little higher in all of their games, yes.
Dean, a little spin off the left hand, no good. Peebles want to push it. Kenemaris, who scored his 1,000th point the last time these two teams met for Keystone. He finds Roberts Thomas inside, and the sophomore will head to the line.
Yeah, here's the post up again. A little too strong for Dean. Got him on the arm.
So Thomas heads to the line, shooting 65% in limited action this year from the free throw. Did have 27 points, though, a season high against Gwinnett Mercy. That was February 4th. So Dion Monroe, a sophomore, number 2 in for Kenemaris.
Jesse Longmire as well.
So those two, it's a 1-point lead for the Giants. Little trap up front, easily taken care of from the Pacers. And as you might expect, these two teams very used to one another. Kelleher, there's the pick and roll, and there you talked about it, Doug.
Yeah, they're susceptible to backdoors and pick and rolls when you play outside that high on the man-to-man.
Peebles, no good. Here comes Marywood. They'll push it if they can. Kelleher has some room and wisely pulls it back to set up the offense for the Pacers, who have a 1-point lead.
Both teams not afraid to go to their bench, Bob. They'll both use 9 or 10 people.
Left hand lets it loose and throws up an air ball. Knocked up into the stands it goes.
Good sets by Marywood, though. Trying to establish the low post players early on. Picking their spots to shoot threes.
Both teams with some turnovers early on. Marywood with 5, Keystone with 4. This is Lunsford. A little high arcing, no good. Tinto the rebound. Also point out, Doug, last time, the 23-point lead for Marywood, Keystone really used a lot of emotion in that second half to come back. And
yeah, led by Duncan Lunsford, their intensity level picked up. Marywood didn't get a field goal for the last 9 minutes.
So 11:37 remaining here at the Gamble Athletic Center at Keystone College. And it's a 1-point lead for the visitors of Marywood, 11-10. And our third member of our crew tonight is our own Erin Dugan, and she is a special guest. Erin?
That's right, Bob. I've got our very first special guest of the night. This is Kara Stone, Dean of Enrollment here at Keystone. Kara, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Erin.
So you've only been here at Keystone for a few months, but what have you seen that's really impressed you about this community?
Sure. Keystone is really an amazing place. It's one of the most beautiful campuses I've ever seen, with over 270 acres of green space here, with amazing facilities like our track and field complex. I'm impressed every day by the high level quality of education and the personal care that the faculty give students. It's such a close-knit community.
Yeah, you can definitely tell when you're here. How about some opportunities for advancement for your students?
Sure. I think Keystone really has it all. From undergraduate degrees to master's degrees, we offer flexible learning, online, night, weekend, traditional day. I mean, I think we have something for everyone. Another thing is we really try to make sure our programs are up to date with our students' passions. For instance, we've just started a gaming minor for fall 2015 for all the students that are really interested in designing video games or apps.
That's really neat. Now, I know you mentioned the master's program before. I know that's something that the Keystone community is really proud of. Talk to us about that a little more.
Sure. We're so excited to announce our first inaugural cohort in the master's degrees. We had 2 that started this January, a master's in education and a master's in accounting. We're now taking applications for summer and fall start dates. So I'd encourage anyone that's interested in this type of learning, as well as undergraduate learning, to visit our website. We'll have information sessions, open houses this spring and summer. So come visit us. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. Kara, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks, Erin.
Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you, Erin and Kara. Inbounds play. Kelleher with a big miss. didn't get much of that. So whatever play they drew up did not succeed. So Keystone can come back, take a lead here. Would be their second lead of the night.
Trying to establish low post play.
Shot taken by Longmire.
Marywood seeing if something was there on the break. Nothing there, so they'll run their half-court offense. Here comes the high screen and roll again.
Mike Rotel in, a Valley View product for Marywood, number 24. He had a big game last time against this team. He scored 12 points, had 6 rebounds.
He's got Peoples on him down low. They should find him.
And that's a foul that will drive coaches nuts with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, they played great defense for 30 seconds, and then on the drive, he put 2 hands on him. It's automatic. 2 hands on him is an automatic foul.
Rashad Kelly back into the game, the senior for the Giants, number 13.
Marywood likes to post up quick. Whoop.
And Tintle does it. Hoop in the harm. 3-point opportunity for the junior, Dan Tintle.
That's the problem, Bob, when you play man-to-man out of bounds underneath. You get backdoor cuts, you're susceptible to screen and rolls. I'd just as soon go zone just for 1 possession.
So this is Tintle out of Vernon, New Jersey, another academic CSAC player. Shoots 50% from there, and his first one goes off the mark.
Not too often you see 2 guys that size, Callejas and Peoples, playing on the college level.
Peoples had the shot, passed it up. Downtown from Monroe, no good. Tintle the rebound. Deep pass to Kelleher. Jump ball called, and looks like it will go over to the Giants on the possession arrow.
Good defense by Peoples. Got his hand in there, jarred the ball loose, forced the jump ball, got the possession. Peoples running the show. They run a high four high set. Both teams will run the same offense, high 4 set.
Keystone looking for their first bucket since the 12-minute mark. And they'll do it with a good shot inside by Longmire. Longmire, that's his first field goal of the night. So the Giants trail by 1.
After they score, they full court man-to-man. Callejas thought about it.
He could get on a streak and roll. Rotel now. Good day man-to-man from Keystone. Down 1. Back to Callejas for 3. No good. But a big offensive board for the Pacers. And a quick foul going to go against the Giants as Peoples is down there. And then he'll be called for the defensive foul.
The post up, diving on the floor. Tinsley got away, and then it looks like Peoples had him underneath the elbow.
Canamaris and Dargan check back in. That's Peoples' first foul. That's the 5th already on the home team from Keystone. Just 2 fouls so far on Marywood. Rotel inside was blocked off. Callejas will shoot from out there.
Good defense by Keystone.
So Keystone 4 of 12 so far early on. 33%. 1 for 6 from threes, and that's really what you have to look at. These Keystone will throw up from downtown for the threes. They have to shoot a high percentage. We talked about that in your pregame.
They'll keep shooting it, Bob. As a general rule, you'd like to shoot between 34 and 37%. That's acceptable. Anything higher is you're probably going to win. Anything lower, you're going to die by the 3.
Canamaris, no good.
Coach Simmons didn't like the 2 shots Lethand took, so he put Velasquez back in for him.
Stingy man-to-man for the Giants.
Rotel,
down 1 now.
Rotel has Miles Dargan on him. They should try to post him up. got a huge size advantage.
Both teams haven't scored in over a minute and a half. Calais in amongst the trees. Weaves through and gets it as the buzzer sounds.
Duncan Lunsford looked in disbelief. He played great defense, and they finally got him with one tick on the shot clock.
And we're going to have a foul called.
I think the shot clock didn't start on time, so they're going to take 3 seconds off.
So with that, the Giants will have it.
High screen and roll.
Lunsford was open for a minute for Canameris. He got trapped underneath though. Lunsford, his only shot's on down. He's got it. He's a 3-point specialist tonight. 6 for Duncan Lunsford.
You got to go to your senior tonight. He shoots and plays with a lot of confidence.
He's one of the main reasons why they came back last time these two teams met.
He came in with the intensity in the second half, and they forced 9 turnovers in the last 7 minutes of the ball game.
Lunsford to Dargan, off the mark.
They just keep firing up the threes.
Keystone 2 of 9 from threes, 2 of 5 for Marywood. Tinto, bad shot. Didn't hit anything.
Yeah, I think a little too early in the shot clock that shot was taken.
Duncan hot out there. Hits another one. 3 in a row, 2 in a row for Duncan Lunsford. 9 for the leading scorer.
You know, Bob, you keep shooting it, then you make 1 or 2, you start feeling really good about yourself, and he certainly feels good now.
Keystone's second lead of the night, their largest, which is 3. We're under 6.5 to play here inside Spalding Arena. Crowd really not into it yet for Keystone. There is a nice student section here. Shot clock at 2. Step back, Calais. At least hit the rim. They're going to push it. Here comes Longmire. In and a whistle. And a charge going to the Keystone Giants' way. So up and down they go tonight. Back and forth is the score, and we'll take a timeout. 6:10 remaining in the first half. 3-point lead for the Giants from Keystone.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
There is Bob Simmons, the second-year head coach of Marywood University. Played at Wilkes, assistant at Lebanon, then 2 assistant jobs at Division I schools, Lehigh and Ball State. It's 23 and 26 overall, Doug, but really surprised, second season, team's already in contention.
Trying to get this team back into the playoffs. Last time they were in the playoffs was 2009 with Coach Eric Grumman at the helm.
But a very young, talented team. So no matter what happens, this is a learning experience for his team. They'll only be better next year.
Yeah, when you come in, Bob, as a new coach, you have a 3, 4, 5-year plan. And it's starting off just the way he wants it to. Got a chance at making the playoffs tonight. Ringland back in the ball game for Marywood. They lacked a little scoring punch with that last lineup.
Barr also in. Alex Barr after arrest. He stops and pops. Yes, for 3. We're tied.
Alex Barr doing a nice job on the offensive end. That's his 8th point.
So Barr ties the game. Canameris in. Fell down, but got it to Robert Thomas, and he's fouled underneath.
I think Coach Cooper said, let's get some things going toward the basket a little bit more. We're kind of relying a little bit too much on the 3.
There is Brad Cooper, his second season here.
You can't get to the foul line, Bob, unless you offensive rebound or drive the ball to the basket.
off the mark for Roberts Thomas. He was 2 for 2 before that, now 2 for 3 on the evening. He hits the second, and Keystone back in the lead for the third time this evening. They'll go back and forth all night long.
When you're home too, Bob, you plan on getting to the line 8 or 10 more times than the opposing team, the visiting team. But you can't do that by just shooting threes. Keystone playing outstanding defense this first 10 minutes of the ball game. First 15 minutes.
Offensive foul going against Alex Barr underneath.
Frustrating Marywood a little bit with their pressure. That was a foul out of frustration.
We saw Marywood the other night against Centenary, a game they eventually lost 68-62. They came back in that one, but they didn't play very well throughout. Different team so far, you see?
Yeah, they played with a little bit more confidence. It seemed like they were a little tight the other night when we saw them play. I think Coach Simmons said to them, "Hey, look, we have nothing to lose. We're supposed to come in here and get beat, so don't play loose." And they're doing a good job of that. Good defense by Dan Tintle that time, shutting down Duncan Lunsford's drive, causing the turnover.
Marywood third in the league in scoring differential, 5.7 points per game. Ringland, a little height advantage, but couldn't get it off the backboard, and it will go over to stay with Marywood underneath the basket.
Yeah, good job by Ringland taking the ball to the basket. Now, as the ball comes in here, Bob, they're going to try to, they usually try to establish Ringland down low.
Quick hit by Velasquez. They get him the ball, and he's going to get fouled. That'll be on Rashad Kelly.
Yeah, on the inbounds plays, it's too easy for Marywood. They got 2 baskets, and they got a layup and a foul. So, I mean, I don't know. You got to think about maybe going zone underneath.
That's the 7th team foul on the Giants. Marywood has 4. Monroe back into the game, replaces Kelly, who just picked up that foul.
Coach Simmons telling Lethand, let the game come to you now. Don't try to force it. I think that's why he sat him down before. He took a couple ill-advised shots.
So Keystone has the ball, shooting 37% from the floor, 6 of 16 in field goals, 3 of 10 from the three-point land, all by Lunsford. And Roberts with a nice spin move inside gives Keystone the lead back.
Yeah, a little too quick for Jeremy Ringland to handle.
There's the replay. You see it. Back to live action we go. Good steal by Dargan. He'll take it in against the bigger Ringland. Ringland thought he had the block. Referee says he got him with the body. Take a look at it again.
Yeah, you see it here. Good job by Dargan taking it. Ringland.
So 3:34, Doug, remaining in the half. 2-point lead for Keystone College. There's playoffs on the line. Well, the Giants using the long ball. Duncan Lunsford, 3 of 4 from downtown. Doug, 9 points for the Giants.
Yeah, Bob, you want to go to your seniors tonight, that's for sure. And Duncan Lunsford does not want to lose. Missed his first couple, but shooter's mentality, you got to stay with it. Made his last 2.
In fact, Lunsford has the only threes for Keystone. Keystone overall, 3 of 10. So he has it going tonight, and also now going to the line, Miles Dargan, the freshman out of Orlando, Florida. Shoots 72% from the line, and he puts it up and in.
Yeah, Bob, Keystone not really shooting it well from behind the arc, but still have a 3-point advantage, so that bodes well for them.
Second one is good.
Both teams are good foul shooters as well.
23-19, biggest lead of the night for either team.
Made baskets get you into your pressure defense.
Marywood breaks the pressure. Tinto up, looking cross court. Back out to Calais. He'll set it up with 15 on the shot clock.
You know, oftentimes, Bob, defense pressure, they want to force you into shooting early in the clock. Marywood doing a good job resisting that temptation.
Shot clock violation.
You know, with the intensity the defense is playing with at Keystone, it takes them 8 or 9 seconds to get the ball over the timeline. Then it takes them 5, 6 seconds to get adjusted into their offense. Then you play good hard defense for 15 or 20 seconds, and that's the second shot clock violation.
There's Brad Cooper. Keystone coach likes what he's seen. His team putting a little late surge here in the first half, separating them from the Pacers. In and out from Dargan, who had 2 chances. Marywood cold so far now from the field. Just 7 of 19, down to 36% shooting.
Yeah, they started out much better than that. But the defensive pressure is causing that too, Bob. Keystone's defense is much better the last 10 or 12 minutes.
Calais way off the mark. He doesn't miss a shot. Doesn't take a shot he doesn't like too, Doug.
I like the fact that he's trying to score, though, Bob. He's a pretty good shooter. I know he missed that one badly, but he shoots a good percentage. And throughout his career in high school, he was a setup man, you know, and now it's a good time to start jacking it up.
Dargan fouled and 3, gets it. The rare 4-point play.
Velasquez didn't like the call. There it is again. Canamaris draws the defense to him. The quick handoff. Real nice rotation. Coach Simmons wants to talk it over. 7-point lead, 2 minutes to go. You can't let this get away from you.
So Keystone with a surge, 7-0 run for the Giants. Will stay right here. 30-second timeout called by the Pacers. There is the Keystone coach, Brad Cooper, second season here. He was assistant here. Team looking for their 7th consecutive playoff appearance in the CSAC. Played at Fredonia State University. Was also an assistant coach there.
Yeah, Bob, just trying to keep the thing rolling here with Keystone. They've made the playoffs 6 years in a row. You come in taking over a program a couple years ago. You just want to keep the ball rolling. He's doing a good job.
So the foul was on Velasquez. Doug mentioned not happy with that. It was his first foul. That will send Miles Dargan to the line again.
You have to allow the shooter to go up and come down. He let him go up, but he took his feet out from under him before he came down.
And Dargan completes the 4-point play. So 6 points for Miles Dargan. An 8-point lead for the Giants.
Marywood having trouble scoring the last 6 or 7 minutes. Credit Keystone's defense.
Marywood hasn't scored since the 8:15 mark, Doug. Another turnover. Lunsford in, lays it up and in.
Yeah, the defensive intensity gets you into your running game.
Pacers have gone cold here inside the Gamble Athletic Center. And a foul going to go against Keystone. We'll stop the clock. Just about 90 seconds remaining in this half. So it's been a surge, a 10-0 run for Keystone, Doug.
Yeah, Dion Monroe a little too aggressive on the defense on Velasquez out on top. When you're that aggressive out in the open floor, the ref's going to call that. So Velasquez had a chance to get him off the schneid, shooting foul shots.
That foul was on Monroe, his first, 8th team foul. There are the cheerleaders from Keystone College enjoying tonight's game. Second for Velasquez is off the mark.
Now a minute and a half to go. Marywood wants to keep this in single digits. Keystone would like nothing better to get it over 12 or 13-point lead going into halftime. Good hands.
Defensive stop. Dean pulls it down. Here come the Pacers. They'll push it.
Shane Lethan got his hand in there.
Out to Kelleher. Got it. Shane Kelleher from downtown.
Good job by Velasquez driving it to the basket, drawing the defense, finding Kelleher opposite corner.
No lead is safe between these two teams. Monroe block back to Dargan. And it takes the home roll.
Got the bounce. Shot clock differential. Keystone will get the ball back.
Dean inside, might have gotten away with a couple steps, but he lays it up, and a timeout call by Brad Cooper, 19 on the clock. 32nd, we'll stay right here.
Dan Canamera certainly thought he had got away with the walk.
Well, it wasn't called, and Marywood tried to sneak back into it, now down just 5.
Canamaris was leaning on Dean. He kind of got away with the foul, and Dean got away with the walk, so I guess everything's Jake. Now about 19 seconds to go in the half. 6-point lead by Keystone. They want to run down as much clock as they can, take this shot with about 5-6 seconds to go, have a chance at an offensive rebound. Got to be careful you don't go over the back because Marywood is shooting 1-on-1 down the other end. If you're Marywood, you just want to get a good defensive stop, hand up on a shooter, and grab this rebound. Let the clock run out.
Both teams shooting very well. Keystone now up to 47% from the floor, and Marywood at 40%.
Probably see a high screen and roll or a high screen and pop.
Lunsford out to get it. Looks like it's going to be Lunsford against Dan Tintle. Lunsford been hot out there, got another one. It's the Duncan do to 3 night. Duncan Lunsford lining up from 3-point land. 4 3-pointers for the leading scorer of the Giants. And Keystone will take a big 34-25 lead into the break.
There's the handoff by Canamaris to Miles Dargan for the 3.
And that will do it. We head to the break.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
And welcome back to Gamble Athletic Complex. Here at Keystone College, you're watching live men's basketball on MyTV WQMY. The score is Marywood 25, Keystone 34 at the half. And I'm Erin Dugan. Thank you so much for joining us today. Joining me now is 2 very special guests, the head lacrosse coaches here at Keystone. We have Greg Rosenberg, the men's coach, and Sarah Golis, the women's coach. Sarah, we'll start with you. Being a first-year program, is that daunting to come into? How are things going with that?
Being a first-year program, it's obviously there's a lot of expectations. It's definitely a little daunting. Building from scratch and not having kind of anything to go off of, it's definitely been a little stressful, but it's just you kind of have to sit back and just plan everything out perfectly and just map down everything and make sure recruits and practice times are all in order.
It's got to be really exciting though as well.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's awesome to see the girls on the field and kind of apply and for them to perform as to how you expect them and to implement the techniques that you teach them. So that's probably the most exciting when you see that player connect for something that you've been teaching them for the last couple weeks.
Now, I know we talked a little bit off camera before about this weather. I mean, it's just rough out there, and you have a beautiful athletic complex to work with. Is that kind of frustrating?
It's super frustrating. Every day I get up and it's like you're checking the weather, you're checking the temperature, and that's we under a certain temperature we can't go outside. So I mean, with all the sports here, to get inside, it's a little frustrating. So we're kind of flexible, and the coaches try to work with each other as much as possible. And we're always out plowing the field and cleaning it off, and the players are shoveling. So it'll just be exciting when the weather gets nice and it breaks, and we can just be consistently outside.
Absolutely. So it's a brand new team, so we'll have all new faces. Anybody in particular we should keep our eye on?
Probably I'd say two of my freshmen. They're both my midfielders, Emily Hawkins and Bianca Dolak. They're both extremely coachable. They've played for forever since they were little, and they're both actually my captains. So anything that I need from them, I tell them and it's done, and I don't have to think about it. And they're both really strong players, offensively and on defense. So I'm really excited for them. I think in this conference they're going to perform very well.
Awesome. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's move on to the men's coach, Greg. As the first year, it's a little daunting, a brand new program, but what do you hope to accomplish this year?
Well, it's really about setting standards this year, setting the bar high enough so incoming freshmen, transfers, they know where the program's going. So right now, standards, we want to be competitive, but academically, we want to be competitive in the classroom. We want to get after it on the field also. So, just a good foundation.
What really excites you about starting this new program with this team?
Well, it's really nice to get your hands on something yourself and mold it the way you want it. Bring in your kids, you run your style of offense, your style of defense. You couldn't ask for a better situation.
And I talked to Sarah a little bit about this. It's a little frustrating with this weather. You want to get out and use that beautiful athletic complex outside, but you're probably doing what you can indoors at this point, right?
Yeah, the weather, it's a touchy subject around here. It is what it is. We're lacrosse players. We'll get after it outside. It's not that big of an issue, but for a coach, it's cold.
Hopefully you'll get out there soon, right?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
So tell us about some of the men's players we should keep our eye on.
Well, I have Pat Hash, big midfielder from the Maryland area, junior college transfer. Love him, hard-nosed kid. Matt Ebenez, my goalie's also very good. He's from the Nevada area, so you can see we recruit nationally here. So we got some good ball players, excited to get things rolling.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you this season.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thanks to both of the head lacrosse coaches for joining me. We'll have another special guest when we come right back. Stay with us. Marywood 25, Keystone 34 at the half. You're watching live college basketball on MyTV WQMY. I'm Erin Dugan, and now I have a very special guest with me. This is Mike Badway, the track and field coach here at Keystone. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So we talked a little bit about the athletic complex. It might be covered in a lot of snow and ice right now, but what does that bring to the school, that area?
It brings one of the best track complexes in Northeast Pennsylvania. How it's set up for track-wise, it's going to produce some really fast times in the short sprint events, and the jumping events, it's going to allow for some great marks on those.
How about some expectations for the team this year?
Well, our upperclassmen, they've done a great job over the past few years of creating a culture here, a culture of which we're really proud of. And they're leading the younger group in a way, so we're really excited about this year, going back down to Gwinnett this year and hopefully repeating as conference championships, and then going out to nationals again. They've developed a great history of taking kids out to nationals every year, so we're looking forward to that as well.
It's great. Now, Mike, this is your 6th year as a coach here at Keystone. What have you kind of learned over the years, and where do you expect this program to grow?
It's been fun here for the past 6 years. It's a tight-knit community. Everyone's here is really supportive of each other. You're not a face in the crowd. Everybody knows who you are, whether you're a professional staff member, professor, student. You're not just a face here. So it's a great community to be a part of and everything. So
wonderful. Well, thank you so much for stopping and chat with us, and best of luck for your track and field season.
Thank you very much.
Okay, stay with us. We're going to have stats and highlights from the first half when we come right back.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
Back inside the Gamble Athletic Conference Center, and both teams around the court warming up for what should be a very exciting second half. Bob-eyed Doug Walls back with you courtside and the Spalding Arena, and Doug, the biggest lead of the night was 10 from Keystone, and right now they're up 9, but really it was a second half surge from them that really propelled them now into this lead.
Yeah, the defense, Bob, they really picked up the defense midway through the first half there. turned into the Duncan Lunsford show. But credit Keystone for tightening it up. They got Marywood got a couple easy baskets early on, and then they tightened it up, and they've had trouble scoring ever since.
Here are some highlights, and it has been the Duncan Lunsford show. 14 points, 20 minutes of play. He's 5 of 8 from field goals, 4 of 5 from downtown.
Well, that's what you want. You want senior leadership on a night like tonight. You need this win for the playoffs, and he's been around here 3 years, and this is the end of his 4th year. He does not want this his career to end tonight, and he's taking the matters into his own hands. He's got 14 points, playing great defense, driving it, setting his teammates up, a true team leader.
As we take a look at the stats, we can see 9 turnovers for Marywood, and that has led to some points for Keystone College. And overall, the 3-pointers, 5 of 12 for Keystone, 4 of 9 for Marywood. Rebounds pretty much even. There's the turnovers and free throws. Both teams shooting okay from there. Keystone with 7 points from the line, Marywood just 3.
Yeah, Bob, the first time these two teams played, Marywood got a dozen offensive rebounds. They only have 1 so far this game, so Keystone's doing a real good job on the defensive glass, limiting Marywood to only 1 shot.
Marywood started the game 3-0 on a big 3 to start the game, and Marywood built a 5-point lead in that first half, but down the stretch it's been all Keystone, and they have a 34-25 lead. Of course, the playoffs coming up, CSAC playoffs. Keystone wins, they are in, no matter what happens tonight. Marywood wins, they need Immaculata to lose. Currently, Immaculata is beating Newman 37-23 in the second half. So pretty much winning in, Doug.
Yeah, this is like the baseball, the wild card game. It's a 1-game season starting at 7 o'clock tonight.
And for Keystone, they're looking for their 7th consecutive CSAC playoff appearance.
Bob, as you said too, a veteran team, a senior-laden team, and Marywood's young. They're up and coming, so you would pretty much expect this to go this way. Keystone plays with an awful lot of confidence as well, Bob.
Starters for Marywood back in. Looks like Keystone as well starts their starting 5. So it's Kelleher, Barr, Tinto, Velasquez, and Ringland for Marywood, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Pacers. Canamaris, Dargan, Kelly, Lunsford, and Roberts-Thomas in for the Giants.
First possession of the second half. Excellent defense by Keystone. Forced the Marywood turnover. Shot clock again.
Referees tonight, Christopher DeFelice, Jim Miller, and Jim McMahon. Doing a nice job so far.
Yeah, twice the shot clock did not start as the ball was coming up the floor. Now they're checking to see if the game clock went along with it or not. I think he could probably let this go. It's only going to be 2 seconds. They put it up to 36. Okay, they gave him 2 extra seconds. They want to make it right.
Yep.
People say, boy, you know, why waste your time with that? But that's their job. They want to make it right.
That 2 seconds can mean something down the line, especially in a rivalry like this.
Keystone had a shot at the buzzer last time.
Last time, yep. Lunsford missed the 3. They're trailing by 23 in that game back at the Insalaka Arena at Marywood, January 21st. Deep 3, Dargan in and out. Yeah. Tinto pulls it down.
It was halfway down. Came back out.
Both teams looking for their first field goal. Barr pushing it, blocked by Canamaris. And a hard foul. Barr takes all of what Kelly had to offer as he fell right on him.
Here it is again, the good strong drive. Good defense by Canamaris, gets his hand on the ball. And as they're coming in for the rebound, Kelly just takes him out.
You'll feel that tomorrow, not right now.
Good sportsmanship. Kelly made sure that Barr was okay.
Barr off the mark. Seen a couple of those tonight from the Pacers.
Miles Dargan ran at him. caused that miss.
Dargan in stripped by Barr. He comes back. The freshman doing a nice job.
Barr got him back. Barr blocked the shot off his leg and went out of bounds on Dargan.
Well, those two will be going at it for the next 3 years. Both guys are freshmen. Marywood wants to push it. Keller almost a walk. Tintle almost a couple of steps. No good. 1-on-3. Velasquez going to be fouled.
Good play by Roberts. Thomas on the rebound. He couldn't get it, but he tipped it. Here you see the fast break and the hack. Velasquez knew it.
Yeah, that one's hard to hide. So both teams with one foul apiece. Lunsford feeling it. Back of the rim.
Kelly thought he got pushed in the back.
Ringland, nice smooth shot, hits the silk. So Jeremy Ringland on the board, his first field goal of the night.
I think he's going to have to score more in the second half if Marywood wants to make a run.
Marywood wanted a jump ball. Instead, officials will call a foul, and that will go against Dan Tintle. That's his first, team second.
Referee Jim Miller has him on his arm. I don't think you agree, do you?
Not what I think, it's what the official thinks. I get the advantage of seeing it on a replay. So Duncan Lunsford goes to the line of leading score tonight, 14 for him. First free throws of the evening, and the first one is good. And Duncan, who's second in the league in scoring, shoots 73%. Scored 33 against Baptist Bible January 14th and was 5 of 7 from threes. Nearing that mark tonight.
Yeah, about leading scorer in school history. Averaged over 20 as a sophomore and a junior. And this year averaging close to it with 19.
Well, you know the seniors for Keystone want to play some extra games. They'll push it. Lunsford has it.
They like to shoot threes in transition. That pass took him a little off the mark.
Kelly with a long three. Goes back, another three for Dargan. Fight for the rebound. Roberts Thomas, a man amongst men.
Great effort by Roberts Thomas to stay with it. Got 2 offensive rebounds.
Marywood, Bob Simmons wants to call a timeout. He'll call the 32nd. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, 1, stayed with it. A lot of people would say that's over the back, but he didn't make contact. Strong with the left hand. The finish.
So this is what Marywood has done down the stretch so far this season. Some wins and losses in there, but you know, a very young, tired team. A lot of these freshmen not used to playing this many games in a season.
Well, Bob, look at those last 4 games. Gwinnett Mercy, Cabrini, Newman, and Centenary. All 4 of those are playoff teams, and 2 of them are the top seeds. So the schedule was better for Keystone. Keystone played that schedule early in the year, and Marywood had the benefit of playing the lesser teams, the bottom teams in the division, and then has flip-flopped toward the ends. So that's why Keystone's making their run. Keystone started off 1-4 in the conference, and now they're 8-4. Or they 8-4 in the last 12.
Referee's talking to the table about the shot clock, I believe. So it's Pacer ball. They are down 10. It's the biggest lead matched for Keystone. They had that in the first half. Dean double team. Bar in, nice pass to Tintle, but Kelly says, get that out of here. Rashad Kelly to block from behind.
Good job by Alex Barr. Takes the ball to the basket, draws the help. Tintle handles, and from behind, Kelly with the block.
Turn around, no D, but Tintle's there again, and this time he finds the basket.
Offensive rebound, good by Dan Tintle.
That's his 4th point of the night. He'll give you strong, solid minutes. Not a scorer type, but will play tough.
He works hard. Barr got his hand in there for the steal.
Barr 1-on-3. Kelleher running. Got it. Pacers 2 in a row.
Great job by Alex Barr. Knocked the ball away. Received the outlet. Took it strong in the basket. Knew Kelleher was on his right side and waited for the opportunity and got the assist.
We'll give and go. Thomas block. Foul going to go against Dean.
That's not a bad foul by Dean. You don't want to give up the easy 2. Make him make the foul shots.
So Roberts Thomas, 3 for 4 tonight from the line. He gets that one to go, and that will be his 8th point of the evening.
The more shots you get on the foul line in a game, Bob, the more comfortable you feel. Even if you're not a good foul shooter, you get a lot of attempts, you're going to make a better percentage that night.
So a couple for the sophomore who was injured. And a big defensive stop. Keystone will get it right back.
After made baskets, it allows your team to set up your press defense. Forced Velasquez into the ill-advised pass and the turnover.
Last game got very intense down the end. Keystone, a lot of emotion in that Marywood gym last time.
And I think the game plan for Coach Cooper was, look at, in the second half we played superb defense, and that's how we came back from 23 down. They want to do that the entire game.
They're having issues with the shot clock tonight. It's really negated some play, from fast play that Keystone wants.
Shot never hit the rim. It was a blocked shot. It did not hit the rim, and the clock operator reset the shot clock, which he shouldn't have.
So with that, 17 for Keystone. Up 8 now. Under 16 to play in the second half.
Looking to post up Kelly down low against Barr. Can't get it to him.
Barr, good defense up for Velasquez. Knocked out of bounds by Roberts Thomas, and with that, we'll get a timeout. 15:42 remaining here in the second half. Keystone continues to lead, this time by 8 in this CSAC showdown. Cheerleaders doing a great job here at Keystone College. Their team up by 8. If they win, the Giants will head to a 7th straight CSAC playoff. They will go in as the 6th seed. And the other game of note, Immaculata is just putting it on Newman tonight. 49-30. Dean on the inbounds pass.
Marywood always tries to establish their post people on the inbounds plays underneath. Good job that time.
So Dean with his first field goal. Marywood now looking for a run, trying to get back into it, down 6, and there'll be a foul on Barr.
He didn't like it. I think he got him on the arm, though.
Brad Cooper liked it, so Connor Calais gets up quick, and as Barr gets his 3rd foul on the night. And, you know, Coach Simmons lucky to have 2 guards like Calais and Barr.
Yeah, they're both about equal. They don't lose anything, either guy.
Interchangeable. Dargan off the mark. Marywood can get back within 3. They hit one from behind the arc.
Duncan Lunsford shouting out instructions on the defensive end, constantly talking on defense. Dean trying to post up Catamaris. They finally got it to him.
Dean in, hoop in the arm, 3-point opportunity for the freshman, Cameron Dean, out of Montrose.
Yeah, they had a mismatch, and he was calling for the ball. You see him, well, you can't see him here, but he's got Catamaris on his back down low.
So Dean, 2 in a row, 2 field goals. He'll go to the line for the first time tonight. 72% foul shooter on the season. So an old-fashioned three-point play, and just like that, Marywood is down just 3.
Doing a good job hanging around, not panicking when they're down 10.
5-0 run for the Pacers. People's in the game now for Keystone as Marywood picks up their defensive pressure. Kelly downtown. Marywood pulls on another defensive rebound.
Good job on the defensive glass.
And there's going to be a foul over there, maybe on Tariq Peoples, and it is for the push.
Callejas holding his ankle on the way up. He got injured there.
Jesse Longmire into the game, the sophomore out of Harlan, number 3 for Keystone. 4 fouls for Marywood, 3 for Keystone here in the second half.
Brad Cooper, I don't think liked that shot by Kelly.
Velasquez going to be called for the offensive foul. Coach Simmons doesn't like that. He's up quickly. So Velasquez gets his third.
He wasn't happy with that call. He's still barking about it.
And now Clay is going to be called. And
sixth foul on the guest. So going forward, Keystone will be shooting 101.
So emotions starting to build a little bit. You can feel it, the tension rising in here as the score gets closer.
Well, both teams trying to win this game to get a playoff spot.
Well, Marywood needs Newman to make a big run because they're down 16 in their game.
Yeah. Marywood doesn't know that, though.
No, not unless he just heard me. Immaculata up by 16.
Yeah, as we said before, if Immaculata wins, that eliminates Marywood.
Lunsford, nice scoop for the senior. Doing it all tonight.
Boy, every time they need a basket, Bob, you know where they go.
Averaging 18, that's his 17th here tonight.
You got to like that when a player wants the ball. Confident, senior, not going to be denied.
Speaking of a senior, Kelleher no good. Velasquez is going to be called for 2 in a row. And he better watch because he's a very emotional player. Going to be called for 2 fouls. And now Coach Simmons wants to call timeout. Talk to the referees. Watch what he says. So we'll stay right here. 13-12 remaining. Marywood down 5.
Yeah, he's...
Here, Doug talked about it. A little bit opposite of what Marywood had gone through. Keystone, a little bit lighter schedule towards the end. They lose to Immaculata. They lose to Cabrini again, but the big win over Newman and Gwinnett in there.
Yeah, and the win over Immaculata, too. Had they both won, Keystone would have won on the tiebreaker. I'm sorry, if Marywood had won it, they would have beat the Immaculata in the tiebreaker because they beat them twice. So Keystone was in a pretty good position coming in. And they're playing probably their best ball of the year right at the right time. Sometimes it takes teams a while to mesh together and gel together. You got a couple young guys coming in, try to mix in with the old guys.
Dean the rebound off of the Longmire foul shot. Keystone now will be in the 1-on-1 the rest of the evening. Shane Lethand in the game for the Pacers.
Keystone defense forcing Marywood way out high.
Dean back to Tinto. Tinto's not really a scorer, so they have to be careful. Calais open. Thought about it and then pulls it out. 10 on the shot clock.
High screener roll.
Lethand can create. Kelleher got it from the corner. Shane Kelleher, he's a senior.
Boy, real good offensive possession by Marywood. They took their time. They were patient. Connor Calais made the extra pass to Kelleher in the corner and knocks down the 3.
So Marywood now within 2. Keystone clinging to that lead. Nice drive by Longmire, a little floater in the lane.
Boy, that was strong. Usually when a guy gets that deep in the lane, he's going to finish. Trying to establish post play again.
Both teams shooting just about 40% from the floor. 15 for Shane Kelleher after the last 3. Leads the Pacers.
Dean calling for a down low.
Left hand in the lane, gets the roll.
He stayed with it. Thought he got bumped a little bit. Thought he got hit in the arm, but he stayed with it.
Keystone by 2.
Shane led an excellent defense.
Dargan around, no foul called. Dean pulls it down. Marywood can tie this one or take a lead. Kelleher for the lead, off the mark. Fight underneath, Tinto fouled and gets it. Daniel Tinto doing the dirty work underneath. So when we come back, Tinto could give Marywood the 1-point lead. Timeout on the floor, 11:05 remaining in this game. And let's go to Aaron Dugan now with a special guest.
This game's getting pretty good, Bob. Joining me right now, we have a very special guest. This is Jeff Taluki, the band director here at Keystone. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, great job entertaining the crowd in the first half. Now, the band just started here. The program just started in the fall. How's everything going?
It's going great. We have a symphonic band, a jazz ensemble, the athletic band that you heard. We have over 60 members the first year, so it's going fantastic. Real great start. Of course, our first goal is musical excellence, but we want to give students one more reason to come to Keystone College. They can major in whatever they want and get that whole musical experience, including lessons with me and my staff.
Great. So tell us about some of the performers that you have in the band.
We, of course, have Keystone College students. We also have community musicians, so anybody, any age that wants to come and play, if they're willing to put in the work, have consistent attendance. We also have high school upperclassmen, select ones. So just, again, another recruitment effort on our part. So a nice mix of individuals.
As with any band, you're trying to constantly grow. How do you think that you'll grow here?
Well, we've already added 17 members from the start, so that's a great plus for us. I think the message we put out there is while community bands are a great thing, we have a little bit higher level of excellence, so if you want to come and be challenged, we are a college band that a community member can be in. So the musical excellence, I think, will sell itself. Yeah.
And very quickly, just tell us about some of the performances that you have coming up.
Sure. A big one we have coming up on March 1st is our Music and Arts Fair here at the college. It's going to feature all of our ensembles, jazz band, symphonic band, as well as the Wyoming County Chorale, Sarah Holgate, Coaltown Rounders, poetry, drama, theater department here. It's going to be a big event. That is March 1st at 4 o'clock in the theater at Brooks.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to you guys.
Well, thank you guys, and the band doing a great job tonight in the first half. So Tinto goes to the line, and Marywood has their first lead since the first half.
Boy, credit Marywood for coming back, Bob. They weren't hanging their heads. They didn't fold. They didn't go away.
Yeah, their last lead was 19-18. That was at the 6-minute mark of the first half.
Yeah, very easily could have got away from them there.
Keystone in the second half shooting just 3 of 12 from the floor. Marywood 8 of 16. Good defense. Longmire really working for his shot.
Good defense on that possession by Marywood. Both teams playing exceptional defense tonight, man to man.
So Brad Cooper now looking a little worried. Dean inside. Another one for Marywood.
Yeah, it's obvious they're trying to punch the ball into the post. Help came a little bit too late.
Lunsford downtown. He's missed 2 in a row from there after a very strong first half.
Tinsel in his face. Contested that shot.
Into Dean again. Lead hand, the corner. Big rebound
Well,
by Monroe.
You don't mind that. They doubled down on the post. He found Lead hand for a wide open three. Got to take it.
Keystone needs to win to get into the playoffs. Outside by Monroe, no good. Fight underneath. Longmire, no foul.
Tinsel with another rebound.
Lead hand, 2-on-1. Kelleher with the body gets it to go in. So the leading scorer for Marywood has another 2 points. And there's a foul on the floor. They're going to count it. Big play, Devon Roberts-Thomas.
Yeah,
Continuation.
Gave the continuation. Bob Simmons didn't like it. Yeah, he thought he gave him the NBA and one on that one.
So Thomas completes the three-point play. And now it's a 1-point lead for Marywood. Keystone hanging around, as you might expect. A quick whistle.
They're calling this a little bit tighter now. The tempers are getting up there. The heat of the game is getting up. They have to call it a little bit closer now so it doesn't get out of hand.
Calais from way downtown, got it. Connor Calais, his first three of the night. He has 5.
He shoots a good percentage, Bob.
Lunsford. Big screen from him, the senior, trying to do his part. He's got 19. A good one here at the Gamble Athletic Center on the campus of Keystone College. Bye-bye, Doug Walsh. We're in the second half here. And this one should be a dandy going down the stretch.
Every possession is
not as high scoring as last game.
But the defense is fabulous in this ball game.
Lead hand. Got it for 3, Shane Lead hand. Marywood, their largest lead of the night. It's 6. Lunsford, he's missed his last 2, missed his last 3 now.
Yeah, things are going Marywood's way. They're playing excellent defense in this second half. Got them back into the ball game. Tale of 2 halves on the defensive end. Keystone built their lead with the great defense in the first half. Marywood got back in the second half. But
Dean spinning in. Another 3-point opportunity for Cameron Dean. Timeout on the floor. Things are heating up inside. Glee continues their final season. Join the cast Friday at 9 for a special goodbye episode. See where the kids end up in the final season of this groundbreaking show. Friday night at 9, only on Fox 56. Doug, things are starting to heat up, get a little intense in here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Dean misses the front, misses that 3-point opportunity, but Marywood has surged to a 56-48 lead. They trailed at the half, 34-25. They've done it with a good defense. Lunsford really hasn't done much. He's done a couple inside moves, but cold from the threes. He'll go to the line now to shoot 1 and 1.
Duncan Lunsford, your senior, going to the line.
1 for 2 from the line tonight. Miles Dargan from Orlando, Florida checks in.
Got good defensive minutes from Dion Monroe. He'll have a seat. Canamera's kind of quiet tonight, Bob. They're doing a good job defensively on him.
Just 5 points for Canamaris.
He's not forcing the issue, though. I like it. He's letting the game come to him. He's doing what he can to help his team. He's not worried about the fact that he's not scoring.
He had 27 against Marywood last time, including his 1,000-point. You're right. They've done a good job on him. Inside the team, he's
had the hot hand. He's got a man on him, left hand, little jumper, no good. Here comes Peoples.
Good job on the defensive glass, boxing out by Keystone.
The other thing, too, I don't think Keystone's really gotten to their transition game like they'd like to tonight. There's Canamaris, no good. Not really that fast-paced, ever since like the midway through the first half that we've seen before from both these teams.
Yeah.
Marywood's definitely Marywood pace.
Yes, it is, and they're trying to take a little bit of time off the clock before they post their Dean up.
So a quick whistle, foul on Keystone.
Yeah, this pace favors Marywood, Bob, a slower type pace. You're right.
Back out to the Claes. 6 fouls now on Keystone. Next one, Marywood being 1-1. Knocked away, but right into Kelleher's hands. Back out to Claes. Left hand, a little floater, no good.
Yeah, they shot it late in the clock again. There was only 6 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Dargan, long three, no good. Lunsford to Peebles, to Roberts-Thomas, and a foul on the floor. And Devon looks like we'll go to the line. Brad Cooper happy.
Yeah, Tintle pushed him from behind on the rebound. Roberts-Thomas making a living at the foul line tonight.
Tinto's 3rd foul, 10th on Marywood. And it should be 1 in the bonus. In front of the rim for Roberts. He's 6 of 8 now on the evening from the line. Second leading scorer tonight, 12 points. Just a sophomore from Texas. And he gets the friendly rim. Rashad Kelly into the game for Keystone, number 13.
Less pressure on Keystone at the foul line now. They'll be shooting 2 shots the rest of the way.
The other game we're watching, Immaculata and Newman. It's been Immaculata pretty much all game. 68-44, 5:32 in the half. So if Marywood wins this one, Immaculata wins. Both teams are out.
Marywood's rooting for Immaculata. Immaculata's to lose, and Immaculata's rooting for Marywood to win.
Yep. Kelleher downtown, in and out. Dean, a big rebound. Gets the roll. Strong minutes, Cameron Dean. He's in double figures. He's got 13. Canamaris got it. He's going to go to the line for 3. Quick foul. And Canamaris now, the senior, trying to take over.
Good move, the spin dribble. Draws the contact with the body. Stays through it, and the finish.
Canamaris gets the front end. He got a 3-point play. He has 6 now. He's a senior out of New York. Averages 11 points per game. So Keystone down 6 now.
Allows them to get into full court pressure. Still trying to wear them down. 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Dean strong, another one. Cameron Dean feeling it. Freshman out of Montrose.
They're going to have to give him some help down low or try to front the post. He's having his way down there.
Two tries by Keystone, couldn't get a basket.
Keystone having trouble scoring the second half, Bob. Credit Marywood's good defense.
Keystone down to 37% shooting. Marywood up to 49, having a great second half. A lot of that due to Cameron Dean. Big rebound, thought he was fouled, actually rolled his ankle. He's gonna hobble down. No call, Lunsford knocks him over. Dargan foul, no, late foul. Ledhand doesn't like it, but Dargan will go to the line. It's 3 for Miles Dargan.
Lunsford, find him, open. Again, you got to let him come down. Referee said Lethen did not let him come down.
Freshman, 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Has 8, can add 3 to that. And more importantly, can cut into that Marywood lead.
Yeah, Miles Dargan, a good foul shooter.
He averages 11 points. Just a freshman, as I said, out of Orlando, Florida. Season high, he had 23 against Centenary back December 3rd. Had 6 the last time these two teams met. And he gets 3 in, so now the lead just 5 for the Pacers. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here at Keystone.
Bob, you got to look to Marywood to get the ball to Kelleher. He's got Tyrone Peoples on him with quite a bit of a size advantage.
Dean trying to post, could not. Good job by Kelly on the defensive side. Calais in, got it. Connor Calais, clutch. 3-point opportunity.
Good job clearing out the left side of the floor. Calais ignores the screen, takes it hard to the basket. Chance to put him up 8 on the foul line.
Could go up 8, and we'll find out what will happen when we take a timeout here from Keystone. You're watching My TV, WQMY. The biggest comedy is getting bigger. Mike and Molly, the original and very funny show, is on 5 nights a week on Fox 56. See the proof that love knows no size. Well, we are back inside the Spalding Arena, Gamble Athletic Center, campus of Keystone College. Bob-eyed, Doug Walsh, courtside, very entertaining game. A little bit lower scoring than we expected, but Marywood really some hot shooting in the second half. Has them in the lead, and a big 3-point play from Connor Calais.
Yeah, a tale of two halves, Bob. Keystone's defense in the first half sparked them to a 9-point lead, and Marywood's defense in the second half has got them back up 8.
Don't count Keystone out, though. Remember, down 23 the last time these two teams met. Had a last-second shot that fell just short. Canamaris, if he can get on track, that would be a big help. Fight for the rebound. Back into the seniors' hands. Right hand with the good hands. Dargan will try one. No good. So 3 chances for Keystone. They can't get anything to go. Kelleher up quick. Missed an easy layup. Timeout, Giants. Under 3 to play.
Miles Dargan wanted to save the possession on the floor. Called a timeout.
Well, here's what we have on tap coming up here on My TV, WQMY. We have some Ivy League basketball Friday night at 8. Columbia taking on Brown. ACC comes to you your way from Syracuse as Pittsburgh goes up to take on the Orange. And then some AHL hockey as the Providence team takes on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins at 7. That's all on My TV, WQMY. There you see Brad Cooper.
He's telling his team now, get a good possession. Run your offense, get a good shot. You got to pound the offensive glass right now. 3 minutes to go in the ball game, down 8. You're going to need more opportunities. You got to go to try to get to the foul line. Offensive rebound, take the ball to the basket. If you drive and you pull the defense, hit the spotter. Spotter open for the 3.
Lunsford. Foul, go to the line. Stops the clock. On Tintle. That may be his 4th. It is Dan Tintle's 4th. So Coach Simmons going to pretty much most of the half with who's on the floor. We haven't seen Ringland a lot, or Mike Rotel.
Yeah, you got to stay with what's working. A lot of times coaches will play 9 or 10 guys in the first half, see who's playing well, and then go with 5 or 6 in the second half for the guys that are doing the best job.
Deion Monroe is in. Lunsford to the line.
He's in there for defense because they're probably going to press right after this made foul shot.
And Lunsford gets another one, and he's got a nice 20 points. Could be his final regular season game here at Keystone.
If you're Marywood, you want to run some clock. Take 20, 25 seconds off the shot clock. See if you can get a good shot. You're probably going to pound it into Cameron Dean late.
A little foul out here, a little push. Going to go against Lunsford. And now Marywood will be shooting some free throws. Left hand goes to the line. Canamaris back in for Keystone. Lunsford second. 8th team foul on the Giants. Substitutions, offense or defense coming in. Marywood looking to improve to 14-11 on the year. Will be their second best record in team history. Last one was 08-09. They finished 15-11 and did make an appearance in the CSAC playoffs.
Bob, talking about this lineup that you got in there. Ledhand, 77% foul shooter. Kaleha, 79. Kelleher, 77. You got your best foul shooters in the game because Keystone's going to have to foul now.
Lunsford just pushing the action.
Does not want to be denied. 2:15 to go. They're down 6.
Almost a steal. Calais handles it very well. And Ledhand does not. So a big turnover late in the game could be crucial. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Took his eye off it, and it kind of rolled off his knee, and then he couldn't recover it and hit the sideline.
Here's Peoples, back to Lunsford. No foul either way called. And Marywood pulling it back out. Shane Kelleher with it, the senior. Under 2.
Good play by Kelleher, bringing it back out, run some clock. Now, if you're Keystone, you don't want to foul this late in the shot clock. You just want to play straight up defense.
Kelleher, Dean working inside. They're going to take the shot clock down. They're under 5. Calais has a lane, lays it up.
Great job by Connor Calais. What a good possession by Marywood.
8-point lead for Marywood.
Ran 33 seconds off the clock and scored with 2 to go.
Canamaris a drop step, can't get it to go. Dargan will try, that's off the mark. Dean the rebound. And the foul.
Yeah, they're gonna foul. Keystone getting a little too early, jacking up these threes. You take the ball to the basket, you can get to the foul line.
So Marywood will shoot free throws. Cameron Dean goes. That foul was on Peoples, his 3rd.
Cameron Dean, 73% foul shooter. I jinxed him.
Timeout on the floor. Brad Cooper calls timeout. 66-58, 1:05 remaining. And really the difference has been the cold shooting of the Keystone offense in the second half, Doug.
Yeah. Credit Marywood's defense.
So if things play out as they are right now, if Marywood wins, Immaculata is up 13. Basically, it's over. Immaculata has beat Newman 74-61. So your 6 teams are set for the CSAC playoffs if this score holds out.
Yeah. Unfortunate for our 2 local teams, Keystone and Marywood. If Marywood holds on, it eliminates Keystone. If Keystone can come back from an 8-point deficit with 1:05 to go, they would eliminate Immaculata. So I'm sure Immaculata's checking on the score up here. Now, if you're Keystone, you want to get a good set. You want to try to get the ball into Lunsford's hand or Canamaris' hands. You want to pound the offensive glass. And you might have to foul now for the rest of this game to lengthen it. If you're Marywood, you want to be strong with the ball. You want to get a rebound. There's going to be a long rebound on a long shot, so the guards are going to have to rebound. You want to protect the ball when you get it, try to keep it moving, and you're going to have to knock down foul shots.
Well, Keystone has gone cold from the field, Doug. Their last field goal came at the 11:04 mark. So they've gone 10 minutes without a field goal. It's been all foul shots for Keystone.
Yeah, great defense. Wait, a mirror image of the last game.
Marywood.
Yeah.
So Keystone, do they have it in them? Can they come back? If they can, they'll get a playoff spot. Stolen. Timeout. Nobody's going to be on the line.
Yeah, a little weak with that pass, Kelleher.
Roberts Thomas did a nice job.
Boy, excellent defense. He just stepped on the line. He had to come so far and so hard. He couldn't. His momentum took him right to the line.
Over the Dean.
Are they going to foul? Yeah, there's the foul. Kenamaris fouled Kelleher.
So Shane Kelleher goes to the line, leading scorer for the Pacers. He has 17. Is actually his first free throws of the night.
75% foul shooter.
He had a season high 31 against Cabrini January 14th. He had 10 threes in that game. But he's had a good career for Marywood after he transferred in. Played a year for Eric Grunman, and then really has been a great shooter the last 3 years.
Boy, he does a lot of things well, Bobby. He's a good team player. He rebounds. He scores when you need to.
So he hits 2 big ones. And now the referees are going to talk this over. Bob Simmons pointed something out. I couldn't hear the conversation. I don't know what he's talking about, but Marywood has a 8-point lead, looking for their 14th win on the year.
I think he's talking about the possession arrow. I'm not sure what he's talking about. They can change that if they have definite knowledge.
I'm going to give Keystone a lot of credit, too, in the second half. They played without Devon Roberts-Thomas most of the first half. He was injured. He's come on. They've made some big wins. They're making a run at it. Their overall record is not good, but it doesn't matter. They're 9-15 overall. They're 9-8 in conference play.
And they've been playing so well of late, too, Bob. They, once they got things going, the injuries were healed, and they got playing together. It's unfortunate they were just a little bit too far down in the standings to come all the way back.
So it's been a good careers. For the seniors. Now we'll have to make sure emotions don't boil over.
Yeah, I remember last time at the end of the game it got a little heated. Credit both teams, though. They're playing their hearts out.
It's been, as I was saying, I apologize, a good career for the seniors here. Kanamaris, Kelly, Lunsford, Dargan, Stephen Iska, who we didn't see tonight, was a good baseball player on a West Scranton. And Isaiah Curry, who we haven't seen, the seniors here, playing their last game for the Keystone College Giants.
Great effort by both teams. Coach Cooper was a little worried about the consistent effort for 40 minutes for his Keystone Giants team, but he got it tonight.
So Dean puts his 16th point in, looking for point number 17, and this will be a career high for the freshman. So the biggest lead of the night is 10 here for Marywood. Kanamaris, Lunsford, it's those big threes in that first half that really surged them to the lead at halftime, but has been cold in the second half. 17 seconds, foul on the floor.
Unfortunately, what this does is, as we said before, it puts Immaculata into the playoffs. The Pacers don't really know that right now. They think they have a shot, but
well, you're not going to. Doesn't matter. You still got to play to win it. I mean, it would be. It's a big achievement for the Pacers. They beat Keystone twice in here. That has not happened in a long time.
Yeah, you're right. And this was like a playoff game, Bob, for them. They needed to win this game on the road. A young team come up here and win this game, and they did that. So it's a good learning experience. And it's going to help them down the road.
Kelleher going to end his career on a high note, and Gargan gets a friendly roll. And we'll have a couple more free throws.
Hey, credit Coach Simmons and Marywood for not giving up when they got down in the first half. Sometimes a young team would do that, you know, pack it in, but they play with a lot of grit. They play with a lot of fire.
Kelleher, point number 22. Missed his first free throw of the night. Looks like he'll end with 22. And this one is pretty much over. That will do it. A strong surge in the second half propels the Pacers over the Giants here at Keystone College. And unfortunately for Marywood, because the Immaculata has beaten Newman, they will not see playoff action, but they do leave on a high note to end their season at 14 and 11. Keystone falls to 9 and 16 overall, and a great careers from their seniors for the Giants.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's you always end with the loss. There's only one team that's going to end with a win, and they're going to be the overall champion. So
the final score: Marywood comes to Keystone. They pull off a big win, 73-65. When we return, Aaron Dugan has the winning coach and our players of the game.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
Well, back at Keystone, the crowd filing out. A big win for the Pacers of Marywood as they beat Keystone tonight, 73-65. Aaron Dugan on the floor with our two players of the game. Aaron.
That's right, Bob. Our two players of the game, Shane Kelleher and Cameron Dean. Shane, we'll start with you. It's your senior year. Things are coming to a close here. Immaculata did get the win, so this is the end of the road for you. How do you feel about that?
You know, it's heartbreaking that we won this game and we can't move on, but I think I had a good 4 years here, and I was glad to be part of this team as a senior. Yeah.
Absolutely. Talk to me about this game in particular, the late surge. How good did that feel to get back in that game?
Oh, it felt great. I mean, we wanted to slow them down. They're a high-scoring team, so even though we were down in the first half, the pace was to our favor. And then we just came out strong. We had a good halftime, and everything came together.
As a senior, take me through some of the highlights of your career.
Definitely this year was a highlight. You know, unfortunately we didn't make it to the playoffs, but I think we're the second winningest team in school history, so that was definitely a big thing for me senior year.
What can you say about some of the young kids coming on? You know, you got a freshman standing here next to you, player of the game. What can you say about the future of the program?
Oh, the future looks great for this team. 8 freshmen, you know, Cam came off the bench. I think everyone does a little bit of everything, so it should fit well for the future.
Well, congratulations and great job at Marywood.
Thank you.
Move on to our next player of the game, freshman Cameron Dean. A good job in the paint tonight. What was going on down there?
My teammates just kept giving me the ball, and I made the moves, and they kept going in. But I don't know, Coach after a while just said, run our guard through it and send me in the post and let me make plays. But I just got to credit my teammates for just keep giving me the ball and trusting me.
As I mentioned, you guys are knocked out with Immaculata getting the win. It's the end of the road, but especially for you as a freshman, a lot to look forward to. What can you say about the future of the program?
I mean, we're probably the youngest team in the conference, I'd say, with 8 freshmen that play consistently. So, you know, the future is incredibly bright here at Marywood. Like you said, the second winningest season in history, and we had, 8 freshmen on the team. So the future is, I can't say how bright it looks.
3 years left. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Aaron. Good job there. And let's talk about Keystone, though. What happened in the second half?
Bob, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. 1 for 17 in the second half from beyond the arc. You got to get some things going to the hole. It's good when you're making them, but if you're not making them, you're in for a long night. And credit Marywood's defense. They played great defense in the second half. A tale of two halves. Keystone's defense in the first half propelled them to a 9-point lead. Marywood's defense in the second half propelled them to victory.
Well, Immaculata gets that victory. They get the last playoff spot, and CSAC playoffs are all set, Doug. So a good year. Thanks for helping us out on our college basketball coverage this year. You did a high school game as well. So, welcome back to Keystone, assistant coach, long time ago here. So I appreciate that. Good game tonight, a little bit low scoring, but played in Marywood's favor.
Yeah, thanks to you guys too, Bob. You and the crew and the guys behind the scenes did do a great job for local sports.
That's right. So the final score again, Marywood wins it 73-65. I want to thank Keystone College Athletics for inviting us up here and welcoming us with open arms. Good job by the Fox 56 sports crew. And we'll be back with some high school playoffs next week. We'll have more on that on social media and in commercial form. So with that, that will do it. Here from Keystone. Final again, Marywood wins it 73-65. For Aaron Dugan, Doug Walsh, this is Bob Eyes saying so long from the Gamble Athletic Center.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.